.72 of 72, that's a very good rate that the Sri Lankans are scoring at, and this is a good partnership between Asalanka and Kusal Mendis.
They have been busy, Asalanka and Kusal Mendis. Boundaries were dried up due to some good bowling, but a bit of innovation from the left-hander, and captain of Sri Lanka has mounted the pressure on Bangladeshi bowlers. They are faltering now. This is the time for them to cash in for these two batters.
So just to quickly complete what I was trying to say, Sri Lanka has a good chance of going into the 40th over if this partnership continues to have at least one set batter going into the last 10 overs, which is critical if you're looking at maximizing those last 10 overs, going at 8 runs an over, maybe 9 runs an over. You need a set batter to lead the way.
And that was the main reason why Sri Lanka was able to get to 244, because Asalanka remained there till the end. Or Sri Lankan side during that first ODI. Wasn't the case in the second one. Wickets kept on tumbling, hence Bangladeshis were able to square the ODI series. All to play for her.
And having said that, Amir, also the surface at Pallekele lends itself much better to batting. Ball is coming onto the bat, and batting has been far more easier. Conditions have been friendlier. Yes, at the Premadasa, there were a few questions always asked. The batters were never really looked in. At least the odd ball would get stuck in the plate. Spinners would get the odd ball to turn.
You're right, this is such a true pitch. We haven't seen any ball deviating off the surface for the fast bowlers or the spinners. Well, this is the last ODI played at Pallekele, and after that we'll have the most popular format in subcontinent, T20, and 3 of them.
Yep, you play this game at the first T20 in Pallekele. Expect a big crowd, I'll tell you. Already I believe there is a mad rush for tickets there. And then we go to the Rangiri Damble Stadium for one game, and we return to Colombo to round off things. So yeah, the shortest format, the most popular, most sought after format in the modern game.
They love it. They do. And how many tickets have you bought already, Roshan? Oh, this is good. Very good. He loves them there. Anything back of the lane is very square on those deliveries to Kusal Mendis.
I don't think the fielder had a chance, because once it hit that turf, it bounced so quickly. The fielder had to have his body behind it. Just look at that. No chance. Absolutely no chance. It was the angle, and it just rushed.
You know, usually when you're looking to pull the ball, you have to meet the ball at arm's length. Here, he just used that short arm jab and roll of the wrist. Incredible. Again. The first one, backward of square. The other one, in front of square. He's turning it on. Kusal Mendis. It's 182 for 3.
Well, the last 30 balls, 40 runs, and the last 4 overs, 35 runs.
Yeah, plenty of boundaries scored. And both the batters are matching the ambience. We saw Asalanka getting quite a few boundaries against spinners, and the moment faster bowler was introduced, Kusal told himself, it's my turn to find the boundaries. He did quite well in the previous over.
Well, he's just toying with the bowling. The first boundary hit was behind square leg, the next one in front of square. Right, so this is the new rule that happens. It's a new ball that gets selected that will go on for the next 16 overs. It will be one ball and not two balls from either end. So the captain has to make that decision as to which ball he picks. I haven't really seen the captain paying much attention to that.
Well, as this rule is going to evolve, then the captains there will pick the ball with the right thinking. Now, if you want to bowl with the spinners, you need a softer ball. It shouldn't fly. But at the moment, the ball is flying for the Sri Lankan batters. They've been very consistent in finding boundaries.
Well, that's not the one they're playing with or discarded. That's mounted. And it looks quite good.
Well, the scene quite real, didn't it? Somebody must have hit a big six that is stuck there.
And look at the size of the ball. Runs here, couple.
Yeah, but the run rate has picked up. It's jumped to 5.37 now. Ominous signs.
And I didn't realize all the time the focus was so much on Kusal Mendis, who's 86 of 86. Charit Asalanka has quietly closed in on another half century, 46 of 50. Doesn't get noticed too much when Kusal Mendis is in this mood.
He's been going about the job quite quietly. Doesn't make a lot of noise. But Kusal Mendis is making a lot of noise with the bat. It's 189 for 3. Top-class batting has really pulled it back for Sri Lanka. 89 runs partnership between Sri Lanka and Kusal Mendis turned the tide. They are in control now, really picking their shots, picking their spots, and giving a lot of trouble to the Bangladeshi bowlers. Looking very, very ominous. Bangladesh desperately in search of a wicket here. It's been a different ball game altogether compared to the second ODI when Bangladeshi spinners in particular had tied the batters in knots and hardly gave them any opportunities. But today it's been a different ball game altogether. These two have really asserted their authority, and the Bangladeshis are under pressure now in the field. Afternoon, Maha.
After Shamim, they are well in control. 89 of 85 deliveries. It's a bit of turn allocation. And in this innings, what stands out for me is that absolutely not a single maximum so far. 29 boundaries. It's 116 runs out of 190, which includes 119 dot deliveries. Something that Sri Lanka may rule later is the number of dot deliveries. On a good surfer, this is nothing to do with the surface, but just the batsman's mindset and some good bowling in the middle overs as well as in the power play. Certainly with another 88 deliveries more, Shamim, I think even a 300 if these two batters continues in the next 10 overs is a possibility, because this is a high scoring pitch as well as a stadium when it comes to death overs.
Well, if they're going to go and reach the 300 mark, obviously one of these two have got to stay till then. Will be Kusal Mendes 11 shy of a century, 3 runs shy, Sri Lanka from a half century. Oh, it's easy for him to back away, but this time there is cover in the deep. Just a single. I see your point, but you've got to give credit to the Bangladeshis in the early part, first half of the match, where they managed to not allow the freedom to the Sri Lankan batters. Once they got settled in, the way they've turned it around in the last 15-20 overs has been exemplary.
Both the batters nearing a milestone, Shamim. Kusal with the 100, Charita Sri Lanka with the 50. Best time for Majors and Miraj. Batters probably not will take any risk, play the ball on his merit. They squeeze in some more dot deliveries. Also Spakosa's game plan slightly changes, and once these two batters, if they get to the milestone, they'll probably tee off, and that will be an opportunity.
Yeah, well, that's the dot you're talking about. Finished over, 193 for 3.
সবাই লাইভটা শেয়ার করে দিন।
You were mentioning the dot balls, 120 of them. Really, 20 overs, that's quite a significant number, with no sixes in an ODI in the 37th over. Big surprise. That is struck delightfully. The manner, despite the fact that it's a little bit of a low bounce, he adjusted so very well and thrashed it away back with a point.
They almost played off Jakar Ali's gloves. Played it so late. That was quick by Tanvir Islam. Almost 90 kilometers per hour. This is what Kusal Mendes has done right throughout this series. Finding that to perfection.
The boundary of the first ball immediately puts the pressure on Tanvir Islam. Comes back with a better delivery. Easy to tuck it away. Hasn't been that uncertainty of the wicket. Batters being able to trust the pace and bounce of the wicket, so batting much easier.
This is wonderful conditions for batting, that's for sure. Which is keeping up to the reputation of being one of the best, or if not the best, stadium for batting in Sri Lanka. I think for Southfield, the pitch is batsman's field to bat on. UJPL, but the wicket keeper had absolutely no interest.
and he was moving down to the left side. You could see he was following the ball, understandably. Little things that encourage the bowlers, just kind of just beating the bat. It's a bit of a moral victory. Again, easy enough to roll the wrists, handle the single.
And nearing his milestone. And nearing his milestone, Sarita Sri Lanka, so hence not taking any risk playing with the turn against the left arm spinner. Couple of deliveries before. And the height, the line, thirdly, against the bowler and the wicket keeper's reaction. He did not even respond. He was out of the ball.
Sol Mendes is going to take it easy. Just 5 shy of another milestone. Tanvir just coming to the end of his quota of 10 overs. Been a little expensive. He's taken a good wicket.
শেয়ার করে দিন।
Oh, Billy! Oh, goodness! Did he get an edge? I don't think he had, but he finishes the over well and his spell. 199 for 3.
কে কোথা থেকে যুক্ত আছেন অবশ্যই কমেন্ট করবেন।
In the middle, Jia Mubarak, Captain / coach, Wanadu Hasaranga in his playing kit, but not current yet. So that's an indication that Sri Lanka will go on with the same batting lineup that just tried out in the last game. If Janit Lina gets 6, Bellala gets 7.
Thinking of a run there, but not getting it. Last ball of the previous over, there's a little bit of drift and turn, not gathered cleanly by Jagar Ali, even at the last attempt trying to whip off the bails. Sri Lanka leans away, thinks of a run.
A couple of deliveries have turned now. That was beautifully bowled from Islam, the last ball of his spell. Really missing the outside edge, but nicely done by Tanvir Islam, who's expensive but was bowled well.
Well, 3 milestones may be completed by 1 run. Sri Lanka on 199, Sri Lanka on 49, the partnership on 99 of 99. How often those figures appear together?
You're trying to jinx it, Shaban Chaudhary.
Not trying to jinx it at all, just giving you the figures. There you see, he gets a single, and all the scores tick over. That is very, very well done. Jasuri appreciates that. So do the support staff and his partners.
Brings up Sarita Sri Lanka's 1500 partnership between Mendes and Sri Lanka, and the 200 for Sri Lanka, as you said, Shamim. 16th half century for Sarita Sri Lanka. Third against Bangladesh, and he certainly likes playing against Bangladesh, as he has 200s as well in his career. Now you probably see, after getting to his milestone, a different ball game from Sarita Sri Lanka, trying to tee off.
Well, Sol Mendes will go on his merry way, and he's going to sweep that so confidently. He's done that over and over in this innings, and he races to 1 shy of a century.
Well controlled, and he's been playing with the deep strategic fielder and deep wicket fielder right throughout these innings. Picture perfect sweep shot and perfectly timed and play shot. Right in the gap, no stopping that. Just a run away.
199. There he goes, 100. Sol Mendes for the masterly innings. Was difficult early on, but he has done masterly بادي ما بتتوقعها، تقدر تحمل السير
تقريبا 300 ريال.
غلط، المنتج لا الأكثر مبيعا.
طيب 200 ريال صوتي.
غلط، ثم قدم حاليا أكبر المخاطبة للمعدات في التاريخ. تخيل الجنود تقدر ياخذوها ب9 أو 9 ريال. مجموعة أدوات متكاملة للإصلاحات والصيانة، تتميز بهيكل متين من فولاذ كروم بنية عالي الجودة، يدوم معك لفترة طويلة، مزود بأدوات متعددة مثل المفكات والكماشات ومفاتيح الربط. كل ذا يجي صندوق متين لحماية الأدوات وتركيبها.
أخبرني بسرعة كيف يمكنني الحصول عليه.
أعطيني جوالك. اضغط على الفيديو لتحميل تيمو وخذ الفرصة إنك تاخذ الحين.
حمل تطبيق تيمو الآن.
Of 102, 600 in his career, 5th at home. And this was nicely done. Right throughout his Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka, he's been in red hot form. Never seen Sanjay Surya smile this wide ever since he started coaching. Appreciated by the Sri Lankan side. Best stat about all of these. Then Kusal Mendy scores 100. At home, Sri Lanka never lost. But that's something I'm pretty sure Jan Mubarak, the computer analyst, would have sent that out, message to the dugout. The only time Sri Lanka did lose, and it could have been closer, did lose after scoring 100 was in the World Cup 2023 in India at Hyderabad against Pakistan. But certainly a key player performing in a very, very important game for Sri Lanka.
And you can see how he enjoyed it. He knew he had to really fight for it early. And his captain and partner really coming across and saying, well done, but we've got to keep on going. About 12 overs after this, Sri Lanka looking to pile on the runs. Taskin Ahmed will be under pressure. Tries to hold the widest Yorker. Sensible delivery to bowl at this point in time.
Yeah, certainly. I think Charita Lanka, after reaching the milestone, anything in his arc, which is middle stump on a good lane, he's going to start rather the deep wicket area. And Taskin Ahmed, he has played so much cricket against Charita Lanka, he'll probably know that's his arc. It's the best line to bowl and best length to bowl full just outside the yaw stump. If you miss it, probably end up in the grass banks.
So nothing's ended up over the top in the grassy banks yet. Waiting for the first 6.
The captain's knock. Since he walked in, he looked very busy, reversing the singles with the fast bowlers really well, used the angles pretty well as well. Not a single 6, that's quite different Charita Sri Lanka as we've seen in the past. He likes to go aerial, occasionally did, but did not time it well down the ground. Certainly a captain's knock, just what the Sri Lankan side wanted, and a serious decider.
Now you can see more shots flying like that. That's too easy. John just drifting down leg. All he had to do is help the ball on its way to the boundary.
I'll try and explain why Taskin Ahmed is reluctant to pitch it full, Shamim. Since mid-off in the circle, he cannot pitch it full, miss the Yorker against the Centurion, and now he's dragging back the length and playing into Kusal Mendy's hands. He loves this stroke, and especially when you have fine leg in the circle, it becomes almost a freebie. Tough task for the fast bowlers, especially before the 40th over. Only 4 fielders are allowed outside.
He tries to bowl the Yorker, makes it into a low full toss. He'll coming around, and just the 2 runs. It's been a brilliant 100. He started off quite attackingly and then settled down in the middle period when there were wickets falling and the feeling was good from Bangladesh. But once he got into his rhythm, there's no stopping him. Shots forward of square, backward of square, all round the ground.
High quality knock from a high quality player. The pressure game. Well in control, hardly a foot been put in wrong side by Kusal Mendy's. 107 of 90 deliveries with less risk shows the array of strokes he has in his repertoire.
A single to end the 39th over, 214 for 3. Was his highest in the bowler versus New Zealand, versus Pakistan, West Indies. He's got hundreds. He's got his second against Bangladesh here at Pallekele, and he's looking to go big. He's looking very dangerous, very much in sync with the requirements, and tremendous pressure on the Bangladeshi bowlers. Good wicket view. Very strong towards mid-wicket, mid-off. Those are the areas Kusal Mendis loves it. He's in full song, appreciating the Pallekele crowd, which never disappoints. Though it's a T20 or a ODI, always turns up to support the home side. Probably sure come evening, probably by 6 o'clock now the offices are closing down. The crowd will be much more, hoping that Sri Lanka will finish this series 2-1. So many great grounds all around Sri Lanka, all the way from Galle to the SSC to the Premadasa. Now here, Pallekele, Kandy, distant hills, all very pretty. Mustafiz Rahman, gone for 24. Been a little tardy. Started off reasonably well. Tight bowling early on, but then a little all over the place, allowing the batters to take charge. Then drift down leg, got away with that one. Something very noticeable in this game, Mustafizur against the right-handers loves to bowl over the wicket only. That's a tactical move, probably in the team meetings they would have spoken about. Now we are looking pleasant, peaceful. It's been very hot lately, not only in Colombo, Shamin, but in Galle, Kandy as well. Mustafiz Rahman reverting back to over the wicket for the left-hander, Haridasa Lanka. Oh, that was definitely much slower. Kept below the bat. As a batter, probably Charita Lanka knew what was coming. Slow ball into the pitch, third man, mid-off, all in the circle. It was not going to be full. But the way Mustafizur Rahman disguised the slow ball, just hits the pitch and just died down. It's never easy for the batter when the ball dies down with less or lack of pace. You know what's coming, but still very hard to put away, even for a batter who has scored 50 runs. Oh, that slipped through his fingers, I'm sure. Trying to roll his fingers over, almost made it into a full toss. Maybe he was striving for the Yorker, not quite coming off. That had the potential of being the first maximum of the innings into the grass bags. How on earth Charita Lanka missed out? Surprised him. Previous delivery was 113, this was 128. Bit of a rush. There you go. That's the surprise. That's the reason why he couldn't latch on. Now coming around once again. In the angle not being properly used. This is the ploy that Mustafiz has used today in particular, even bowling to the right-hander coming around. He hasn't been really able to bowl his cutters to the right-handed batters, essentially trying to curtail rather than take wickets, and coming around the wicket and hoping that the batters don't get that space to bat. Back and forth with the left-right combination is over the wicket now. to be better. Don't have to hit the ball hard. All you got to do is use the pace. Lovely deft touch and lovely boundary.
That's the risk you take when you have fine leg third man both in the circle, not bowling stumps to stumps. Though it was a slower delivery, it was skidding off the pitch. Charita Salanka, the deep wicket feeder like a hawk, sees the opportunity to get through the cow point and the third man fielders in the 30-yard, does it perfectly, using the pace and deliberately opening the face of the bat to bring up a boundary which has only 7 runs and make it 8 runs. Always Imon to field at cow point. Nevertheless, under the circumstances, a decent over by Mustafizur. 222 for 3.
See the distinct change in gears halfway through. After 25, it's been more consistent, high-scoring overs. Double Nelsons now on the board for 3. Just the perfect position to be in to go for the big hits.
Eyeing the deep mid-wicket fielder, Charita Salanka is just peeping towards deep mid-wicket. I realizes no one's there. Watch out.
Oh, that's a good ball, but possibly going down leg. I think he might just ponder a review. Bangladesh will be interested that the captain is asking the keeper, running out of time. He looks up and takes it.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Non-field decision is not out. I have checked the feed. It's a fair delivery. Can we start with front on, please? Yeah, appears to be batting wall. Can I confirm with Ultras, please? Just keep rolling. There is a spike and ball next to the bat and deflection as well. Kali, stay with your original decision, not out. Stand by. You're on screen, please signal.
Good decision. Very good decision by Alauddin Palekar. One of the most consistent in the world. And looking at Taskin Ahmed and Jakar Ali, both as soon as the ball wraps the pads, they were quite convinced. Now there's a massive inside edge. A good delivery by Taskin. He realizes best thing to bowl, or best delivery to bowl to Charita Salanka is nice and full, or probably just outside the off stump. Was eyeing and lining up the bowler towards mid-wicket.
There hasn't been much to encourage the bowlers in the recent past. And he's striving for that Yorker once again. Maybe 6 inches too much longer, allows that low full toss to be played down the ground.
Nice and full again by Taskin Ahmed. When in doubt, go full, as they say for fast bowlers in their overs. Probably tailed it a little bit towards the right-hander. That was the inside edge of Charita Salanka. Is covering the stumps. That's for one area. Mid-wicket long on. Anything outside the off stump, going over mid-off is a very good option also.
There he goes. Now it's up in there, swirling with the fielder coming underneath that one. And he's going to gobble it up. It's the captain. The full toss gets the wicket for this young man who's really worked hard. And Bangladesh supporters can smile a bit now.
Twice in 2 overs, Charita Salanka misses on a full toss. Last over against Mustafizur, just a single, and this occasion, no power at all. Went so high, Medias and Miraj had so much time backpedaling. Taskin Ahmed knows what a big wicket that was.
Skipper, Sri Lanka goes for 58, Sri Lanka 224 for 4.
Lianage, the new batter in, and is in the middle because a wicket has fallen of the captain. 82.25 is strike rate. That will be important. He's got 105 50s. No ball with the bat, that's for sure.
100 against Bangladesh in Chattogram. 78 was his contribution in the last game. Almost took Sri Lankan side home on a tough pitch and a good run chase. He's certainly been given the responsibility of being the finisher of this side. 78 of 85 to be exact in the last game.
Yeah, this is the wicket. This is against run of play. Just a full toss, could have put it away anywhere, not quite getting it properly swooped up in the air, and this simple catch for Mehdi Hasan Miraj, who just waited for it to land on his lap. An appreciation from the coach for a good innings. Gave Sri Lanka a lot of hope. That partnership brought them to a position of comfort in this deciding one-day international of the series. Again a full toss. Somehow feel it's quite deliberate, getting to hit him on the thumb.
I think it just hit the splice of the bat, and the impact, the vibration was an issue for Kusal Mendis. On the part of Sri Lanka, they'd be quite happy that Janit Tinege scored some runs, and he can from the word go, he can time the ball. Certainly the vibration making Kusal Mendis uncomfortable in his fingers, probably cramping up as well. Barrett 403 deliveries, a long innings. It's not the most pleasant Pallakele weather, but certainly a testing one. Very good over, comes to end for Bangladesh, 225 for 4.
That important wicket of Charita Salamka has given some hope for the Bangladeshis to restrain Sri Lanka. They're really on the move when the partnership between Asalanka and Ravinder Mendis was going strong. But now maybe with the fall of wicket, Bangladesh will be hoping that they can get two in quick succession. The Sri Lankan supporters here gathering in numbers, enjoying the music and enjoying the cricket in the middle from their players.
What's cricket in Sri Lanka without music? Opera band is blazing away. That's where naturally you shake the body. Down the left side, straight away, puts the face against Janit Tinege. He's opting to bowl over the wicket. Kusal Mendis, right throughout these innings, he's been opting to go round the wicket. The first ball he bowled over the wicket was a wide, and straight away he realizes his rhythm today, on the particular day, is to bowl round the wicket, and now he changes ends and changes tactics, coming round the wicket to Janit as well.
Yeah, intent on control, not trying to give away too many runs. It's been a drastic change in the attitude that Mustafizur Rahman has bowled, realizing that maybe this wicket is not there for his cutters, right from the word go, deciding to come and bowl to the right-handed batters in particular around the wicket.
Projected score at the moment, same run rate, 275, 7 runs per over, 285. I think Sri Lanka will be unhappy if it's between not 285. This wants the change in the field, wants the final leg to go to the boundary. Daskin Ahmed going across. Get 5 outside the 30-yard circle in the last 10.